Hello friends, welcome to a new video. Today we are in the beautiful Pole village of Petten, right here in the Netherlands. And this video is all about filters. ND filters, polarization filters, graduated filters, and most important of all, how to use these. The truth is, I want to get better at photography, and this YouTube channel is all about exploring different types of photography, different types of gear, and I hope we can learn something together today. For that reason, I brought an expert, my friend Mike Muizebelt, who you can see over there grabbing my gear because it was in his frame. And he's going to do some talking about the gear we are using today, and he's going to explain how and why to use filters. So let's have some fun.
I am pretty new when it comes to using filters. After me and Mike shot the video for the filter kit for my Ricoh GRIII, I really wanted to learn more about this type of photography. And here we are. First of all, let's ask Mike why he dragged me all the way to the other side of the Netherlands.
Well, Niels, the reason I dragged you over here is right here behind me. It's the Poldorp of Petten. It's a great place to practice photography. We've got standing object, we've got the dynamics of the ocean. Hopefully we've got a great sky, so all the ingredients are there to practice landscape photography in combination with filters. Of course, you're curious to see what I brought for you, so let's go back and unpack your stuff.
This video is made in collaboration with NiSi. Mike is a proud brand ambassador for NiSi, and when he starts talking about these filters, he just won't stop talking. No offense, Mike. In all fairness though, this video is about how and why to use filters and not so much about talking brands. Mike likes NiSi because their filters are made out of very high optical glass, because they have a filter system for pretty much every camera system from very small to very large, and because they keep on developing and making better and smarter versions of their filter system. For the occasion of this video, Mike has put together my very own filter starter kit with the NiSi V6 holder and 3 filters. The first part of this video is the unboxing and Mike's explanation about using filters, which we recorded in Mike's backyard. If you are not watching this video to hear two grown men talk about small pieces of optical glass, skip to the timestamp for the real world on the beach photography stuff. If you are in fact here for some pure filter knowledge, let's start things off with my first question for Mike. What are the advantages of using filters?
One of the main advantages of using filters as a landscape photographer is the ability to bring the sky in balance with your foreground. Usually the sky is 2 to 3 stops brighter than your foreground, and then we use what we call a gradual filter, a neutral density gradual. And because our composition vary from day to day, from situation to situation, sometimes the horizon is at the bottom, sometimes the horizon is above, and the gradual filters, which are square, allow you to lift the filter up and down to make sure. So that's part of your kit, but of course there's other tools in it as well. It's the polarizer, and it's an ND filter which we can use creatively. So take a look.
So take it away.
What I brought for you.
Yeah. So first of all, I think the black box is the most important, right?
The biggest box is the most important.
All right, let's unbox it. Do you have a small knife or something?
I've got a small one lying around here.
Oh, wow.
This one.
All right.
This is the holder.
Yep.
This is the basic tool of your kit, and what you can see here, there's 2 screws. Normally I open this one up, and what you've got then is your holder. This one has got place for your polarizer. That's the polarizer indeed. And the polarizer is used basically for 2 main purposes: to improve contrast and to improve, that's mostly used in the sky. You got better separation between your blues, between your whites, but also to reduce reflection. And not only reflection in windows, reflection on the surfaces of cars, but for me in autumn, for instance, also reflections on wet leaves. When you use your polarizer, and there's 2 screws on the side, when you turn them, your polarizer turns and the polarizer effect becomes stronger or less. It's something you do optically and something that you use to your own taste. Yeah. But with me, the polarizer is always present, almost always present in my holder. Now you attach it to your lens, don't over tighten it. After that you take your holder, there's 2 small indents, you open the other one, and now it can move freely. Once you're happy with the way it rotates, you tighten it up so it doesn't move during your shoot.
Yeah. So you managed to get 3 pieces of glass, right? Which one of these is the most important?
Well, it's the basic kit. What I would always say, you need the holder, you need the polarizer. First of all, when I set up my camera in the field, I make the composition, I make sure I'm happy with the polarizer, and the first step is to bring the sky under control. There's a medium filter.
This is soft, this is the medium, yeah.
Open that one first.
This one first? Yeah. Let me grab your pocket knife. Oh, it comes in a nice little pouch.
Yes.
I love unboxing stuff,
nice,
man.
eh?
Yeah.
Make sure.
Oh, it smells like good stuff.
Well, what you've got here is the gradual filter, and you see a clear part at the bottom. There's nothing happening here, and then a medium transition to your 3-stop top. This one goes in either the second or the third slot from the back, and I'll explain later when you've unboxed the other one why that is. And then normally when your camera is on your tripod, I usually use live view. You slide it upwards or downwards so it aligns with your horizon.
Yep.
The medium filter can be used in 80% of the shooting, so that's the one that I always have with me. The other one I choose for you, because you're a street photographer, is a soft gradual filter. When you've got high buildings and you would use a hard or a medium filter, you get a very awkward transition from a light part in the building, and then suddenly the building becomes dark.
Yeah, because you don't want to block too much light for the buildings. And so this one is the soft one.
Yeah, that's a soft one. You see already that the transition is much better. I use a soft one when I'm shooting dunes in Africa or dunes here in Holland. I find that usually 2 to 3 stops is the amount of difference in light intensity between sky and foreground.
Could you combine these two?
Yeah, you can easily combine them together. That's why they've got 3 slots already.
All right, yeah.
So if you want to have, I've got 2-stop filters as well. So sometimes if there's a lot of light in the sky, I combine my 2 stops together with my 3 stops medium,
yeah,
and then adjust to taste.
Yeah.
Then the other one, that's the ND filter.
The third one.
The third one, that's the filter that just blocks the light.
It says ND64.
Yes.
6 stops.
ND64 6-stop.
And this one is square and it has some foam attached to it.
Yes.
Why is that?
The foam is your light block. You don't want light entering through the sides into your camera. Normally with short shutter speeds is not a problem, but when you're approaching 1 minute or even 2 minutes, when you've got light leaking through your lens inside, you get all weird effects. So you want to minimize that. I'll get this one out very quickly. It's got 2 grooves on the side, and you just slide it in the closest slots. And what you've got now, all the light is blocked on all sides, and your shutter speed is diminished by 6 stops now.
Let's hit the beach.
Definitely, let's go.
Let's go.
So now that we know how and when to use the filters, it's time to enjoy photography. We came to the beautiful Pole village in Petten looking for some nice shots. Let's put the theory in practice and let's see how it actually works.
Here's how it works. I found a great composition, or quite good. I've got some nice interesting poles in front of me. I've got reflection in the water. I've got some color and some clouds in the sky before me. So I've set up my tripod, made the composition, and now the real photography starts. I've got some reflection on the water surface here, which is okay. But the image I've got in my mind is where I see through the water. So my first step is going to be turning the polarizer so the reflection on the water surface are gone. I'm going to make a few images in between. Now I'm going to turn it, and at this point I can see through the water. So I'll make an example shot again. Currently my settings are ISO 100, f11 to give me enough depth of field, and shutter speed was about 1/15. So the first step is now to bring the sky under control, and I've got 3 options with me. I've got a hard filter with a hard edge, but on the poles, if I use this one, you will see that the top and the bottom have got a very big difference. So I'm not going to use the hard one, and that leaves me with 2 options, a soft filter and a medium filter. And because I've got the ocean behind me, and of course a straight line, I'm going to make use of the medium filter. So I attach the holder, and then just by sight I'm going to slide the medium 3-stop filter downwards, and what I see now is that the sky no longer is overexposed. I'm going to adjust it so I'm satisfied with the overall, and this will be the next shot. The light is diminished, I'm now at 1/4 of a second, and now I'm happy with the result I've got. And now we're going to take it one step further. Because of my quite high shutter speed of 1/4, the water is still moving. So I'm going to take my 6-stop filter, which is this one, and this one is going to slide in front of it. I'm making sure I've got no light leaks. My shutter speed has jumped up to 13 seconds. I know I need a little bit of compensation, so I'm going to bring it up to 15 seconds. And now I'm going to make the final image, and the image I will be left with is a properly exposed sky, flattened water, some detail in the ocean floor before me, and a nice gradient on the poles here behind me. It's still exposing, and it's done now. So that's how I set up my shots normally. So composition, make sure your sharpness is right, make sure the sky is under control and your polarizer is set, and then you apply your creative effects. We had challenging conditions tonight, and that's part of the fun for me with photography. You see something interesting, you see a great composition, and as a photographer, getting creative with your tools, with your filters, really makes, for me, photography fun. And let's be honest, photography is about fun.
So we've been running around for the last about hour or so. To be honest, it was a bit much. Flying the drone, making video shots, following Mike around, trying to do some photography myself. But I think I came up with a decent shot implementing all of Mike's techniques, so I'm pretty happy with myself. Of course, Mike is the expert, so it's all about his story and his photography, but I really like it. It's a different way of approaching photography, because in street photography you are basically running around, seeking compositions, following the light, looking for interesting subjects. It's very fast and responsive, and this is more thoughtful. You really have to compose your shot, really have to set it up, choose the right settings, the right exposure, the right filters to accompany it. So I really like it.
I'm happy that I was able to show you today how to use filters. You've got a great set. NiSi really is a top-notch brand, and I hope I was able to show you how to set up your shot, like the composition part, using of your polarizer, getting the sky under control, and after that getting creative with the ND filters. I saw some of the images on the back of your camera, and I think you've got the right feeling to start your journey into filter photography. I wish you all the best.
On to the next one. So that's it for this video, guys. I really hope you liked it. If you haven't checked out the video of the Ricoh GR in combination with the NiSi filter kit, it's linked down below. It's very fun as well. Thank you, Mike, for showing me around. I hope this will not be our last video, but I guess it won't be. And if you aren't already a subscriber of this YouTube channel, don't forget to do so, because as I said, it's all about getting better in photography and learning and exploring new things, and I hope I can take you along in that journey. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace!